Hello folks, happy hump day. How are you? What have you been up to? Let me just refresh this so I can get you guys up on the screen so I can see you. What have you been up to? How's your evening? Was it good? It certainly was a lot colder last night than it has been. There we go. Yeah, it was certainly a lot colder last night. We'd started having kind of salads and things for sort of lunches and dinners because it's been so warm. But I almost feel like having a big stew today. It's it's a bit gruesome out there, a bit rainy. Although when having a salad, I did find some beetroots, which gave me an idea of what we're going to be drawing for this Saturday's Arty Farty community workshop. So that would be good fun. That would be great. So I must post that in that group. Hello Cheryl, nice to see you. Hello. So it's all gone a bit mad. So I've been quite busy creating stuff for Southeast Studios. So that's been quite fun. Getting all of my kind of artwork out and finding old photographs of it. And it's all on Instagram, so it's kind of a introduction to you as an artist and a bit about your studio space and that kind of thing as well. So I did put on photographs today of the studio space at Arty Farty, but I need to kind of take a photograph of my very glamorous studio space at the moment and put it up there, I think. Who have we got? Hi Sue. Oh, you've been cutting your husband's hair, have you? Shearing it all off. Hi Joe. Hi Imogen. Imogen's finally got charcoal. She's joining us. Excellent stuff. Yeah, so I've actually had a very nice couple of creative days, which has been lovely. What else? Oh, and we have reached on the donations for Arty Farty Retreat. We have reached over £2,000, which means that is April's rent and May's rent paid for by you guys. Just thank you so much for supporting, and even if you guys, if you can't donate, for just sharing the post, sharing what we've been up to, what your artwork's been like. So if you can't donate, just sharing has been amazing. But we've managed to reach 2 months worth of rent. Yay! So I'm hoping everything will be kind of on track for us to open, hopefully August, hopefully. Who have we got? Cara from the Philippines. Hello. Hi Rosie, and I'm assuming that's Edith as well. Hello. They mentioned Southeast Open Studios on the news. Yeah, they probably would do it. So it's normally quite a big thing, but obviously it's all virtually at the moment. So it's all mainly on Instagram and a few bits on Facebook as well. But they did a really nice video of kind of different artists' work. I was really chuffed with mine. I was really pleased. It was lovely. Fiona, where is Stitch? Stitch is playing Pictionary with Barry. Although I don't know if you can see, Barry looks like he's given up. But then, to be fair, if you look at Stitch's drawing, I'm not surprised. So Fiona, that's where Stitch is. And I take it that was for Tabitha and Jocelyn. There's no worries. So I'm having a good week. I'm having a good week despite the lack of sleep. So I'm not sure if I'm having a good week because good things are now happening, or if I'm just going slightly hysterical, which could also definitely be a factor. So today, charcoal wise, we are going to look at using less detail. So obviously yesterday we did our pine tree where we were really focused on the detail of the branches and trying to get those kind of twigs and things in, and trying to use the kind of small points, should I say, of our charcoal. But today we're going to use the least amount of detail as possible. So we're kind of silhouetting, and we are going to do people, which instantly freaks me out because I don't usually like drawing people. It's not my best thing in the world to do. It's not my favourite thing in the world. and that normally really freaks me out. So we are going to do people, but it's mainly the outline of them, so it's not too bad. It's not so bad. Oh, Cara, I'm missing my blue hair. I know, I'm missing my blue hair. Look at the roots. Ugh. Yeah, it's not good. It's not a pretty sight. It's not a pretty sight at all. Right, so let's get started. So what I'm going to do is kind of create our horizon, if you like. And I'm going to use some of the chalk to create a bit of a background as well. Bit like we did yesterday, where we kind of had a little bit of the sky. Now, a trick for this, because I know some of you were saying about kind of having marks and things in there. I'm going to use a fairly big bit of charcoal, I think. Is to use the side. So don't use the point, use the side of the charcoal to spread it evenly across the page, so you don't get so many drawing lines or marks in there. So I'm going to drop you guys down so you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. There we go. Oh, push that computer out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to go portrait, but actually it doesn't matter whether you can go portrait or landscape. I'm only going to focus on a small bit of this anyway. So I am going to draw a line, but for our horizon. And then I'm going to use the charcoal and I'm just randomly kind of putting this on, really. And it's just, I'm going to use this tissue today as well to try and get some blending going. So using my tissue, just going to drag this charcoal from side to side as much as I possibly can, and that's just to give us a bit of a background. So I'll hold that up so you guys can see that. So you can see that you've still got some marks on there because of the texture of the paper, because of the texture of the table underneath. So you're never going to kind of get rid of all those marks completely, but you can get it kind of as smooth as possible by using the side of the charcoal, can't speak today, side of the charcoal and paper to blend. All right. So I'm going to fold this over so I've got a nice clean point, and I'm going to twist it slightly. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing there. I'm going to twist it slightly so I've got a bit of a point on it, because I'm going to use this in the bits that we're going to do in a minute. So I'm going to start with our first figure. Now, when you think about figures, when you think about people, it's just thinking about shapes, which I know is probably easier said than done. So I'm going to put our figure in here. So I'm just going to do the one figure. So I'm doing a sausage there, a slightly thinner sausage that comes down to a point there. And I will hold this up in a minute and explain it a bit more fully so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So, all I've done is one sausage there for a thigh, one sausage going down for the bottom leg. Now the bottom half of the leg, if you can keep this side straight as possible, and if you notice on this side it comes out and goes slightly back in. So this sausage coming down almost comes down to a point. And then the foot, you can see that I've done a circle so that we get that heel shape. And then just a bit coming out here for the bottom of the foot. So it's kind of like that. So it's on tiptoes. Can you see that? Hopefully you guys have got that. So two sausages, one sausage that comes to a point, one circle for the heel, and then a little bit sticking out for the foot. Now we're doing this in silhouette, so it doesn't need to have any kind of detail at all. So I am just going to colour that in with charcoal. Just make that heel just come out just a little bit. And then I'm going to use the point of my tissue to just ever so slightly smudge that together to just give a slightly softer feel to it than the harsh kind of lines of charcoal, and to get that knee a little bit more circular than it was. There we go. So I'm going to hold that up. So you can use the point of a piece of tissue, a bit like when, actually you could use a cotton bud. I can't think of the word then. You could use a cotton bud as well if you wanted to kind of get that really precise detail, but that works just as well. Okay, so hopefully everyone's all right with the legs. We're going to do the other leg. Okay, so it's pointing down so you guys can see what I'm doing. So in the same vein with sausages, with working with sausages, I'm going to bring one sausage down to here, which is the thigh. And then the other sausage is going to join onto the end, and again, so this is going to be a straight leg. So we're coming all the way down to a point. So I'm going to show you that sausage so you can see the shape. So that bottom half of the leg, hopefully you can see that it comes to a point. Okay. And I'm actually going to make it a bit longer. It's not as long as I want it. Bit longer because this foot, so circle for the heel, woo, and a bit coming out for the foot. This foot is flat on the ground. So again, I'm going to use the point of my tissue to blend that, and I'm just going to colour that in. So hopefully you guys can see that. So we've got one sausage, two sausages, a circle for the heel and the foot, and this time the foot just goes straight out and the leg is straight rather than the sausage being in a different direction. Hopefully you guys have got that. And then I'm just going to colour it in with the charcoal. Use the tip of the tissue again to just get those edges and smooth in that charcoal just a little bit. Hopefully you guys are with me. Are you with me? Hopefully you're with me. You may press a thumbs up or a heart or something so I know that you're there. That would be good. Okay, that's the most difficult bit of this. That is the most difficult bit. The rest of it, we are just going to come up and over. So this thigh is going to come in a little bit more. And it's almost like a pear shape. Bit of a making you feel hungry by saying sausage, and now I've said pear shape. Everything relates to food with me. You should know this, Rachel. Okay, so hopefully you've got that kind of shape on there. Cheryl, you've got flipper feet. Don't worry about your flipper feet. It's all good. It's all good. And again, we're going to colour this in. So we've got sausages and pears so far. I'm not quite sure what else we're going to have. So again, just use that. And this will come more in handy once you get the whole kind of final shape as well, and you think, oh yeah, and actually that needs changing or moving. Okay, and then we're going to put a head on. What should I say this is? An orange. We've got a pear, an orange, and sausages. So what I've done, because it is kind of one leg slightly overlapping the other at the top, is that I've just joined it to a point, so that there is no thigh gap here. The legs have just joined at the top to a point, and then you've got that head there. And then what I'm going to do is just put one arm out. That's going to come out just past the knee. and it is very, very vague shape. I don't think I can relate that to food, that shape of the hand, but hopefully you can see that it comes out to 2 points, so it almost looks like a claw, but it's the fingers and then the thumb. Okay, so hopefully you guys have got that. And again, I'm just going to join it in so there's no lines or anything. And then I'm going to get a clean piece of tissue, and then I'm very slightly just going to smudge all along the edges, just slightly, not to be huge amounts, just ever so slightly, so we actually end up with less detail than before. Oh, that hand's looking very claw-like now. So again, you can use a point to kind of almost rub away at bits that you don't like. So this is what I mean by less detail. So don't worry too much about your shapes because we're going to smudge them slightly anyway. So hopefully you guys have got that. And then what we're going to do is, because we need a bit of a shadow, is I'm going to use the points on our charcoal to just give a very rough, it's almost as if they're in the rain actually, very rough shadow coming across here in the very rough shape of the body. So you're following the same lines, so we know there's a gap there, so there's a gap there. And just gets even kind of more blurry the further away it is really. And then again with the tissue, oh actually let me hold that up before I do that with the tissue. Hopefully you guys can see that. Because literally they are just lines, they're just rough scribbly lines. They're nothing special. I might do a couple of lines across there like that. And then I'm just going to take tissue paper and smudge it across. There we go. So don't worry about the detail. You can actually get away with a hell of a lot. Lift you guys up. By just smudging the edges and making sure you put a shadow in. So it's almost a kind of ghost-like sort of figure there, really. So how have you done? Hopefully you guys are okay. I'll await your comments, but hopefully you guys have been doing okay with that and you're finding it all right. It's just a matter of getting those shapes at the start, and then just please don't worry, don't focus on the detail, because this is all about using the smudginess of charcoal, the fact that it kind of moves across the page so well, to blur what we've done, so that it's kind of this sort of smoky figure, so you really don't have to worry about the detail at all. Hopefully you guys have got on okay with that. Oh, you guys are just watching. Yeah, so hopefully you've been all right with that. Let me know. Take photographs, pop them below, please, please, please. If anyone would like to join the Arty Farty community, we've got 40-minute workshops every week, and we've got weekly challenges and all sorts of other lovely, lovely things in our group, including lots of kind of tips and just generally sharing, lots of sharing of what's going on, which has been really nice. It's been a really good supportive group. So if you want to join Arty Farty community and invite more creativity into your lives, I will pop the details below, or just message Arty Farty Retreat, and I can give you all the details. That's not a problem. Cracking! Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, you will need exactly the same stuff. So you're going to need your charcoal, you're going to need some tissue or some kitchen paper, and you're going to need some paper to work on. And not as messy hands today, look, because I used my my kitchen towel to blend and smudge, so not so messy today. We might get a little messier tomorrow, that's all. You have a very smoky figure, Cheryl. That's good, that's good. No such thing as over smudging. And the nice thing is if you feel that you've smudged too much, that you've gone too far, you can always actually go over with a little bit more charcoal just to give it that line and then just smudge it slightly. Alright, so hopefully that's okay. I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. As I say, don't forget to photograph and pop them below, and hopefully you're enjoying working with such a fabulously messy medium. See you guys tomorrow. Bye!